Palo Alto closed down 4.4% today. Zscaler closed down almost 7%. Snowflake closed down 5.9%. All three got dragged down by the same event. And for all three, that dip is a trap, not a bargain. Let me explain why. Welcome to the Money Mind. Today we are breaking down three software names that are bleeding after yesterday's ServiceNow guide cut. Palo Alto Networks, ticker PANW, Zscaler, ticker ZS, and Snowflake, ticker SNOW. When a whole sector moves together, every name looks cheap. But sometimes the market is telling you something real. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Here's the context. ServiceNow reported yesterday afternoon. Revenue beat, earnings beat. Then the company cut forward guidance because Middle East tensions slowed enterprise subscription signings, especially in federal contracts. The stock dropped almost 18% today, the biggest one-day drop on the board. The fallout is not random. The tape flushed anything labeled enterprise software. Think of it like a grocery store, where one apple turns out to be bruised. Shoppers walk past the entire apple section for the rest of the day, even if the other apples are fine. That is sympathy selling. It is a blunt reaction and it creates real bargains. But it also creates traps, because some of those other apples really are bruised for the same reason. Here are three names where the market is not overreacting. It is telling you something. Palo Alto is the biggest cybersecurity platform in enterprise. They closed yesterday at $181.20. Today they closed at $173.21. That is a 4.4% drop in one session. The analyst setup looks bullish on paper. 49 analysts cover the stock, 11 rated a strong buy, 33 rated a buy. The median price target is $203. The high target is $265. At today's close, that median implies upside of about 17%. So why is this dip a trap? Roughly 1/4 of Palo Alto's revenue comes from Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. That is the exact region where ServiceNow's subscription signings just slowed. Cybersecurity deals are sold by the same field teams, into the same customers, with the same procurement timelines. If ServiceNow's Gulf security deals are slipping, Palo Alto's Gulf security deals may be slipping too. And the company reports after the close on May 20th. That is a 4-week wait for the actual confirmation. Bull case. Palo Alto is the category leader. The platform shift to unified security is still early, and a one-day 4% dip on unrelated news is noise. Bear case. The dip is not unrelated. Palo Alto has the same exposure as the name that just guided down, and the May 20 print is going to put a real number on it. Honest read. This is not a sympathy dip. This is the market pricing in a real overhang 3 weeks before the catalyst that resolves it. You do not have to buy now. Zscaler is the Zero Trust network security name. They closed yesterday at $142.66. Today they closed at $132.97, down 6.8% on the day, the biggest drop of the three. The analyst coverage is actually stronger than Palo Alto. 45 analysts cover the stock. 40 of those 45 rated a buy or strong buy. The median price target is $225. The high target is $335. That would be a 69% move from today's close. So again, why is this a trap? Same reason as Palo Alto. Zscaler has material EMEA exposure. If the Middle East enterprise buyer just went slow on one security name, it is going slow on all of them. And notice the scale of the move. Zscaler dropped almost 7% in a day, where the market as a whole was down less than 0.5%. That is not noise, that is sector re-rating. Think of Zscaler and Palo Alto like two restaurants on the same block. When the health inspector shuts down the pizza place next door, both restaurants lose dinner reservations that night, even though the other one never had a rat. Bull case. The platform opportunity is real and multi-year, the multiple has compressed hard, and Zero Trust is not going away. Bear case. The next two earnings cycles will both have to address the same question every cybersecurity CFO is about to face. Is the Gulf a structural slowdown or a one-quarter issue? Until one of those prints answers that, the multiple stays capped. Honest read. The dip is directionally correct. Zscaler is not a ServiceNow clone, but it shares the one variable that just broke. You are not getting paid to guess. Snowflake is a different animal. They are a cloud data platform, not cybersecurity. They closed yesterday at $155.57. Today they closed at $146.40, down 5.9%. The analyst coverage is bullish. 47 analysts, 45 rated a buy or strong buy. Median price target $235, high target $500. At today's close, the median implies about 60% upside. Different name, different trap. Snowflake was trading at roughly 59 times forward earnings going into the flush. Today's drop takes it to maybe 55 or 56 times. At that multiple, the stock is still pricing in multi-year data platform dominance and strong revenue growth from AI workloads. A 6% sympathy dip does not change that math. You are buying a 59 times stock at 55 times. That is not a bargain. That is a slightly smaller premium. Think of it like buying a luxury watch. If the watch is marked down from $10,000 to $9,400, it is still a $9,400 watch. You did not get a deal. You got a sticker change. Bull case. AI demand for cloud data lakes is real. Snowflake is the default pick for many enterprises, and the company has room to grow margins. Bear case. The valuation leaves no room for a miss. The first time Snowflake guides anything less than great, this multiple compresses hard. Sympathy dips do not get you to a safe entry on a 55 or 56 times name. Honest read. If you liked Snowflake at 155 yesterday, you probably still like it at 146 today. But the reason you should not chase this particular dip is that Sympathy did not make the stock cheap. It only made it slightly less expensive. Snowflake reports after the close on May 27th. Let the print reset the tape before you move. Let me rank these from most avoidable to least avoidable dip buy. Number 1, most avoidable, Palo Alto Networks. The EMEA overhang is a real read-across from ServiceNow. The confirmation is 4 weeks away on May 20th, and a single-day 4% drop is not a gift. It is the market pricing in a risk you will see confirmed in 3 weeks. Number 2, most avoidable, Zscaler. Same EMEA risk as Palo Alto, but with the biggest single-day drop of the three. That is not a bargain either. That is the tape discounting the same risk twice, and the earnings calendar is further out, still in the trap zone. Number 3, most avoidable, Snowflake. Different risk, valuation rather than EMEA, but the dip does not change the multiple enough to matter. A 59 times stock at 55 times is still a 55 times stock. If the bull case is right, you will get better setups later. The common mistake here is treating every red ticker in a software flush as the same opportunity. They are not. The cleanest reading today is not to be a hero in any of these three. Let earnings season give you a real price. That is 3 software names you should not chase after the ServiceNow flush. If this kind of honest, no-hype breakdown is useful to you, hit the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me which of these 3 you think the market is still wrong about. I am the Money Mind. Let's keep building.